Since the home certification is layered on top of the commercial certification, there are more similarities than differences between the two programs. And the differences are really centered around the different operating conditions and subsequent biological environments that are typically found in the two different composting environments. Commercial compost facilities typically run hot and fast under thermophilic conditions, while backyard bins are run at a smaller scale with less active management. So the composting process is typically slower and cooler under mesophilic conditions. So eligibility criteria between the two programs is identical, except for pet waste products are limited to commercial only certification, since backyard bins don't typically get hot enough to kill the pathogens in pet waste. The laboratory tests used to certify products for the two environments are also reflective of the varying conditions found in the different compost environments. Disintegration testing for commercial certification is conducted at high temperatures between 113 and 167 degrees Fahrenheit for a maximum of 84 days. And as I said, reflective of the conditions in a home compost bin, home certification disintegration testing is conducted at a much lower temperature between 73 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit for a much longer period of time, for up to 180 days. So this means that two different disintegration tests must be conducted for certification, one under commercial conditions and one under the home conditions. The differences are similar for biodegradation testing. For commercial testing, the test is run at 132 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit for 6 months, while for home, it's run between 73 and 80 degrees for up to 1 year. So another difference is with ecotoxicity testing. The French standard, and therefore BPI's program, since it's standards-based, requires ecotoxicity testing in compost that's generated by the ISO 16929 disintegration test method, whereas commercial testing allows the compost to be generated by either ISO disintegration test method, as long as the concentration of items at the start of testing with 2200 meet the requirements of 16929. This is because ISO 16929 includes specific methodology to address creating compost for ecotoxicity testing, while 2200 does not. BPI has incorporated this requirement, so our scheme is no less rigorous than the standard on which it's based. Finally, there's some differences in the allowable thresholds of regulated metals between the two certificates. The thresholds in the home standard and scheme are lower for arsenic, cadmium, chromium, molybdenum, that's such a difficult word to say, lead, nickel, selenium, and zinc. The thresholds for copper and fluorine are the same in both standards and schemes, and the commercial standards and schemes have lower thresholds for cobalt and mercury. So products being certified for commercial and home must meet the lower thresholds.